look at this. But today's star is going to be this. We're going to try this. And I'm going to eat 3 green eggs. I have not ate a green egg yet. So let me get this open. I'm going to slice it thin, because I heard if you slice it thin and cook it in a fry pan, it actually does taste like bacon. Alright, let's get started. Well, it looks good, and I'm going to give it a taste test. Oh God, I love Spam. We're going to consult the experts though. Lucy, I would like your professional opinion. Breezy, you too. What do you think? Good? Is it good? Is it worth sitting for? Is it worth sitting? If it's good, sit. Is it good? Have a seat. Sit down. Can you sit? Good girl. Can you sit? Hey, Breezy. Breezy. Sit. There you go. Okay, trick. Nothing to... I'm not giving you nothing. Alright, let's throw this in a fry pan and get to cooking it. Oh yeah. I don't really smell much bacon, and I don't really taste much bacon. So I'm hoping once I get it cooked, the bacon will show up. I think that's enough. I'm going to get them out of there and let them cool down, and we'll take a taste test. And my wife is on the phone telling her friend one of our trucking stories that happened a few years back. And I'm going to tell you that story. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's give that a try. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I loved it when we first got the electronic logs. We did have a sticker that we put on our door to let the videos see
You know, there is definitely a taste of bacon. I never would have thought they could make these taste like bacon. But I cut that thin, and I cooked it real good, crunchy. It's delicious. That definitely has a mild flavor of bacon to it. And you know, I'll clean that up. Alright, breakfast time. And a story coming up. Okay, promised you a story. It's only been about 6 or 7 hours, but lots happened since then. This is the mess, the leak, the one that started all the problems, where it was leaking under there anyway. Do you have any idea how much even a low-end faucet costs nowadays? When I bought this faucet, I bet you I didn't pay 40, 50 bucks for it. That's how old it is. This thing was $108. Cannot believe I had to pay that much for a faucet. And we don't really want this sprayer over here. It's been in the way. So I bought a kit with a soap dispenser. Even if we don't use it, it'll plug that hole up. Alrighty, we have a giant mess. And a friend of mine came over and gave me a bunch of egg cartons, and we sat around and shot the breeze for a while. And I had not got the washing machine back in here yet. We're still drying it out, and my wife won't let me put this back together until we meaning her and I, and probably I, got to move all this crap out of here and scrub the floor, because apparently once you see dust and dirt on the floor, you can't move your washer and dryer back in over it. You have to clean it. If I'd known that, I'd have done this in the dark. Anyway, back to the kitchen. Oh yeah, dirty laundry. Yep, the house is just a mess. So, let me get a flashlight, some tools. I'll crawl up under there. And I know there's a lot of you that know how to replace a faucet, but I bet you there's a few people out there that never has, so we'll show you how to do that. Tools you're going to need. adjustable. This is called a basin wrench. Or wait a minute, what's it called? That's not a basin wrench. Oh, maybe it is. Anyway, it swivels. So you can righty-tighty and lefty-loosey. A knife, which I've already used to cut the spray hose. This is the soap dispenser. I got to get under there and put this nut on there in the washer. When I get this off, I'm going to come back out and clean all the caulking out from behind this and recock everything back there, just because it's so hard to get to, and with that faucet there. So while I got it off, I'm going to clean it up and do it right. Well, alright, I'm going to get under there in just a second. I got to get my wife to help me do something. I may just have to crawl up under here and show you what this looks like first. Yeah, oh, by the way, I googled that. That is called the basin wrench. I wanted to make sure I use the right terminology, because I'll tell you, there are people out there who just cruise videos looking for a mistake that they can comment on. Anyway, this is looking up at the bottom of your sink here. These are the nuts that hold them on. Hold the faucet to the sink. These are the supply lines that go from your cold water and your hot water up to the faucet, where it is mixed in the middle here. This is called, where am I? Hello. Okay. Let me get this. Hold on. Focus, focus, focus. I don't know why you won't focus. I don't know what's wrong with it. Shoot. I'm going to turn this off and turn it back on. Well, crap, did I break it? Well, I cannot afford another camera. Well, maybe it's got something to do with light. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I'll try to edit that out. Or not. So anyway, this is called a saddle tap. And what it is for the ice maker, it was an afterthought. You know, this house is really old and they didn't have ice makers back then. So what you do is you put the saddle on here. And this has got a really sharp point on it. When you get the saddle on here, you turn this in and it punctures the copper tube. And then you turn it back out and it allows the water to flow through here over to the ice maker through that hole that you just punctured. So what we're going to do now is remove these supply lines over here and remove these nuts here, both of them, with a basin wrench. And this is going to be an adjustable wrench. I'm going to try to not get any of this, because there's water in these hoses and they're probably going to end up spilling out. So I'm probably going to undo these first and drain them into a cup that I have. And I can't get that water on this camera or else it'll ruin it. So let me get that done. Okay, I'm probably not going to be able to tell you that story while I'm laying on my back here. Here's jeez, come on. Alright, here's the basin wrench. I got the other end of these supply lines off. And that's what this basin wrench does, is allow you to get up into this place and turn these nuts. I can get that one off by hand now, and I gotta do this other one. There we go. Come on. I think I can get that by hand. Yeah. There's one. There's two. Now those other nuts gotta come off. I get that by hand too now. Alright, I'm not going to make you watch the whole unscrewing process. When I get them undone, I'll get up top there and pull it off. Ew. Nasty. Alright, now I'm going to clean that up. Cleaned it up back here. I'm going to take a razor knife and cut all that old caulking out and recaulk. We'll be back. Alright, I've got the new one in, and it mounts differently since it's a single faucet basically. I mean, it's a handle. It's got one handle. I do not know why this thing won't focus. Boy, I hope I'm not having trouble with this. So, I can't tighten it up too tight right now because I have to get up top and make sure that the faucet swings from each side of the sink, you know. And I have to get up and make sure that the faucet is actually centered, that it swings to each side in equal amount. But I gotta snug this first, so I'm gonna do that. And then I've got these supply lines I gotta hook up, and of course the one with the red on it goes to hot, and the one with the blue on it goes to cold. I'll get that done too. It is?
Yeah.
Alright, don't move.
Put it right in the middle?
Yeah, in the middle is where you gotta put it. Center it, you know?
Yeah.
Still got it centered? Doggone it. Jeez, come on. Alright, see if it's still centered, hon. Move it back and forth. Still centered?
Yep.
Alright, in a second I got a kink in this hose down here. I gotta undo this and get the kink out of this hose, and then I'm gonna have you turn it on here, just 2 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna turn it on. Alright, try that water. Everything working okay? No leaks down here. Got your soap bottle up there. You know that comes out, right? But gotta make sure it doesn't hook on that. Okay, I'm gonna get up and show it to you here in a minute.
When you leave me alone, it's not supper time.
Okay. I like it. Let's see, did I forget anything? I don't think so. Yeah, that works. I don't want to do it because I'll waste the soap. I already got some down there. Okay. Now I got to clean up. And got a funny story I'll tell you. Okay, funny story. Most of y'all know my wife and I were long haul truckers. My name's Brad, her name's Charlie, which is how I got BC Truck, because that was the name of our trucking company, B&C Truck Lines. Well, for 11 years, one of our regular runs was from Houston to Dallas to LA, back to Houston. And we did that twice a week. A lot of miles. I believe it was about 6,600 miles a week. And we would go through this check station. And most people, probably 45 of the 48 continental states, don't know what a check station is. They're in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, California. And what they are is they have you, as you're going down the interstate, you have to, they basically the interstate has to go through this inspection station, and all they're looking for is if you're Mexican or if you meet a certain criteria. Of course they don't profile. That would be against the law. But brown people got pulled over every day, and white people didn't get pulled over but maybe once every few years. But there was no profiling. Trust me. Well, anyway, Sierra Blanca was one of the check stations we went through 4 times a week for 11 years. And every time it was nearly always, 3 in the morning, and you'd pull in there and they'd ask you the same damn thing, and this is after sitting in line for 15-20 minutes. Are you an American citizen? Yes. Is there anybody else in the truck with you? Yes. What are you hauling? I have no idea. I pick a trailer up with a seal on it and I deliver it with a seal on it. Don't know what's inside. Just freight of all kinds. And most of the time that's good enough. Well, one time we went through there 3 in the morning. I'm exhausted and maybe a little cranky. When you're that tired, You don't want to be bothered. You just want to get your job done. I'm driving. My wife is sound asleep in the bunk. Pull up into the Sierra Blanca check station. Roll my window down. And the guy says, I need you to pull off to the side. Our dog just alerted on your truck. Which, I saw the dog. The dog didn't do a damn thing. The dog didn't alert on my truck. He damn sure didn't. So, I pull off to the side, and I figure, you know, these people see me 4 days a week. They know I don't have any contraband. I pull over to the side, and they surround my truck. And they want me to get down. And okay, no problem. My wife, I got to wake her up. She's got to get dressed. I said, just give me, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. She'll be up. Get some clothes on, find her glasses, we'll get right out of the truck. Everything was going all calm and polite and respectful until this one dickhead comes up, and he's not happy with me waiting 30 seconds. He wants me to get down out of the truck now. I said, my wife's not dressed. As soon as she gets dressed, I'll get out of the truck. We'll both get out of the truck. It's like 30 seconds. Just give me a second. She's almost ready. So, when I don't get down out of the truck instantly, this dickhead grabs a hold of my leg, is going to drag me out of the truck. Drag me. I'm 370 pounds. I do not drag easy. So I get down out of the truck. Now I'm mad. My wife, she's about this time, now that she hears all the commotion and the yelling, she gets up quick and finds her glasses and pulls her clothes on, because, I mean, who goes to bed with their clothes on? Now, granted, nobody's driving down the road or going down the road in the bunk of a sleeper naked, but nobody goes to sleep in something they're not comfortable sleeping in. And most of the stuff women are comfortable sleeping in, they don't want to be seen in public in. Anyway, it just goes from bad to worse. The guy, now I'm mad. He's mad that I didn't instantly jump out of the truck because I wanted to wait a second and let my wife get her clothes on. Now I'm mad that he had the nerve to put his hands on me and then try to pull me out, which didn't work. So I get out, and my dog, Sonny, she was the only dog we had at the time. Isn't that right, baby? You were a trucking dog for 5 years of your 7-year life. Okay. I grab a hold of the dog because she's going nuts now. And I got this dog in my arm, and this bonehead, now everybody else has gone from being reasonable to now they're acting like this other guy. And they're all bowed up. So now I've got probably 6 or 7 of these Border Patrol people surrounding me. And I'm yelling at them for not having the patience of waiting a second. I'm trying to tell them that, she's not going to jump out of bed in bra and panties. And, it just takes a second to pull clothes on. Why couldn't they give me a second? And why on earth would he try and drag me out of the truck? He weighs 50 pounds. And the same guy, this is the part that this is where it went from bad to really bad. The guy gets like 6 inches away from my face and yells, "Get out of my face!" In my face, close to my face. What do you say to somebody? Okay, I just went nuts. And now they've all got their hands on their tasers. And now they got more reinforcements coming out from inside this building when they see this 6'2", 360-pound guy and 8 little Mexicans surrounding him, which isn't going to be enough, by the way, because I was that freaking mad. So my wife sees all this. Now she's out of the truck, she's on the ground, and she comes over there, and I'm thinking, all right, reinforcements. You guys fix to get your ass whooped now. And she pulls the dog out of my hand and disappears. And later I asked her why, because she said because she didn't want me to get tased and land on the dog. Oh, anyway, and then the head dude comes out, and he manages to calm everybody down and back everybody up a little bit. And those jerks, they get up in my truck, they poke around a little bit, they put their dog in my truck, and I got my dog's food is out, and treats, and you know, so the dog is going to be interested because there's all kinds of good stuff in there. So of course they didn't find nothing. And it went from yelling and screaming and threatening and me calling them. I mean, I can't believe they let me get away with calling them the names. I was trying to get them to do something. Of course, I would have got my ass kicked, but I was so mad I didn't care. And anyway, it de-escalated as fast as it escalated. And the funny part of the story is that my wife run over there, me thinking she's coming over there to get my back. And we're both going to kick some serious ass. And what she did was grab the dog out of my hand so it wouldn't get hurt when I fell. Good times. Alright. Glad I got to tell you that. I've got another good story I'll tell you next can of Spam. Thanks for watching.